Hello and welcome to my updated Killjoy guide on the map split. Seeing as my last video did so well, I thought I'd do another map for you guys, so if you do enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and feel free to skip to any part of the video you choose. It will be time stamped, so enjoy, and let's begin. Starting off on B defense here, I have a really effective setup for you to use if the enemies like to push. What you want to do is place your first Molotov right here, just behind this first crate, and then place your second one like so behind the second one. And then you can either put your turret in a few different positions. You can put it on top of this box here, and your enemies will never suspect the turret to be there, so once they peek out, they get shot by your turret, and then you pop both your swarms like so. Or if you don't like that position, you can put your turret on site like so. So once they peek, the turret will shoot them and you pop both your mollies. Or if you want to, you can even place your turret up here like so. You can choose, but make sure to mix up your positions of the turret every round so you don't get too predictable. But again, just place your first Molotov here, second one right here, and then for your alarm bot, I like to place mine just behind the first Molotov like so. Do be very careful, because if you place your alarm bot too far to the right, then there'll be a gap on the left side here, and your alarm bot will not spot them if they peek through here. So do be very careful and make sure to put your alarm bot as left as possible and just in front of your first Molotov like so. And then you can either play behind this panel here, and as they peek, you simply pop your mollies and peek out, kill them. Or if you want to, you can play on site here with your turret. As they peek out, you pop your mollies and then kill them. Another really good setup I have if they are playing more aggressive and you want to play more defensive with your team. For Retake, for example, what you can do is place your first Molotov behind this box. This covers both sides, so if they try and plant the bomb, they get destroyed and take loads of damage. So put your first Molotov here, put your second Molotov just on this first stair here, and then place your alarm bot just in front of your first Molotov here, like so. So what's going to happen is, as they peek in here, they try to plant the bomb. As they're planting, you pop both your swarms, and as they're running away, they take loads of damage. And then you can either put your turret in this corner here, you can put your turret in this corner here, or if you want to, you can even put your turret right here as well. This is a really good Molotov and setup to use if you're playing Retake with your team. So you sit back here, pop your ult, and as they're planting, you destroy them and they take loads of damage. Now let's move on to Heaven. Holding Heaven is very easy. You first want to put your Molotov in this corner right here, and then you can either put your second Molotov down here or just above these stairs here. Now, if you are finding that your enemies are destroying the first Molotov here, then you can also just put your Molotov here instead. It's a little more hidden, but it doesn't have quite the same effect. So try and mix them up if you can. So put your second Molotov here, and then I like to put my alarm bot right here. Now what happens is that they're going to push through mid, try and take Heaven, and your alarm bot's going to spot them right here. And before they have time to turn around and retreat, your first molly will hit them and your second molly will completely destroy them, and you'll most likely get at least 2 kills here. So what you want to do is just play back Heaven like so, and if they do push up, then they'll be very weak and you get an easy kill. In terms of your turret placements, you can either place your turret right here, you can place it here if you feel like you want some more support if they push through Heaven. Or if you want, you can even place your turret in this corner here. And then as they peek into heaven here, your turret will shoot them and they'll take loads of damage from your swarms. Now let's move on to the A site. Moving on to A site, I have a really good setup to use if your enemies like to push through A. You want to place yourself behind this box here. Place your crosshair just above this black line and then do a simple right click. And then place your second Molotov just in this corner here. And once you pop both of them, it will look like this. So they will try to peek up here and take sight. As they push up, your first Molotov hits them, and then if they try and push into here, the second Molotov hits them as well and they take loads of damage and they will die. In terms of turret placements, you want to place your turret on this line right here. Or if you want to, you can even place your turret here as well. And so once again, you do your setup, like so. Place your alarm bot just in front of this little ramp here, like so. And then as they push up, again, the turret shoots them and they get hit by both your swarms. And then you want to play either Backsite here and shoot them as they peek. Or if you want to, you can even play back by screens, and then as your turret shoots and you pop your mollies, you simply peek and get some easy kills. If you are finding that your enemies are destroying your swarms here very easily, then what you can do is you can place your first swarm on the mid of the stairs here, and then place your second one just in front of the green, I think it's grass here or leaves, like so. And then you want to place your alarm bot anywhere just behind your first Molotov, like so. And then from here you can put your turret in this corner. What this will do is, as they're pushing up here and try to take sight, your alarm bot will spot them as they're coming in, and then you pop both your Molotovs, and as they try and push in, they get completely demolished. And you get some easy kills. Just play Backsite, or again you can play back screens here if you want to, and just peek off the contact from your turret. If you want to try and hold heaven, I don't really suggest it with Killjoy, to be honest, but here is a really good turret to use for heaven. The reason why this turret is so annoying is because it's sort of a head glitch angle. They have to try very hard to destroy this turret, and if they're shooting it, then you can simply play back on heaven here and just shoot them, like so. This turret's really good for pistol round, because it's really hard to destroy with a ghost or a classic, for example. If they have a sheriff, then it might be a bit easier, but people don't really play sheriffs on pistol round very often. And then what you want to do is place your first molly like so, just in this corner, and then place your second one in front of this yellow line here. And then you want to place your alarm bot just in the middle of this door here. And then as your turret's shooting them and they try and push up, you pop the first molly, and if they do try and push into heaven, then the second molly will destroy them. But if they try and fall back, then you can easily just peek out from back heaven here and kill them. Now for the best retake spots for the defensive side. The best defensive ult to use on Killjoy is just like this in this corner. It does leave these two gaps here at Backsite, but if you want to, you can leave two swarms at Backsite like so before the round starts if you're playing Retake, and then simply pop your ultimate, and if they do try and hide in these corners, you can get some easy kills. Moving along into B here, the best Retake ultimate in my opinion is just by putting it in this corner here. It's quite protected by this wall. They have to really try their best to push in. They can't wallbang this wall either, so there's no need to worry about that. And you can just have your Phoenix or Reyna post up here with flashes if you need to, or even just have your molly here to block them pushing in. and then pop your ultimate and they will have to run back. As you can see, it clears the entirety of site and just leaves a little gap here, so do be careful of people playing on this box here, but in general you should be very safe. Now moving on to the A side attack position for Killjoy, I have a few really useful lineups for you to use to try and take site and deny the defuse. First of all, place yourself on top of this box here, look at this first light you see here, and then do a running left click throw, like so. A running jumping left click throw. This will land just in front of heaven and will deny anyone trying to take an early peek to get information. So what I like to do is throw the first Molotov like so, and then I have my Phoenix or my Reyna flash me in. I peek here, and then I like to place my turret here on pistol rounds. This turret is very good for pistol round because it's so far away from screens. It does loads of chip damage to them, and you can even just play here on post plant and peek out with your turret and get some easy kills on pistol round. But if you don't want to do that, you can put your turret here, and this is really good because it only starts shooting once they push deep into heaven. And if you're playing post plant, you can simply stand back here, and as your turret shoots, you peek out and get easy kills. Some other good positions for your turret on A site are this one right here. This shoots anyone peeking out from heaven and coming out of screens. You can place your turret here, which will see anyone coming out just beyond this ramp here, and if they're playing rafters. And just like on the defense side, you can put your turret in this corner here on post plant, and maybe you can play on ramp or maybe even screens and then just peek off your turret like so. Moving on to some A site molly lineups for the post plant. You first want to position yourself here, and then you want to line up the left side of your turret symbol with the top right corner of this satellite here and do a very simple left click throw like so. This will land perfectly on Backsite and deny anyone trying to defuse the bomb. Another really good post plant lineup is by standing here on top of this box. You want to see this corner of the building here and move your crosshair just to the right of this light here where it meets the corner, and then do a very simple left click throw. This will hit the default position on site and deny anyone trying to plant. Another really good molly lineup for the site is by lining yourself up with this wall here, and then you want to just aim your crosshair above the A on the building and in the middle like so, and then do a very simple jumping left click throw. This will land just in front of the default position. I know some people like to plant the bomb here, so you can use this to defend the bomb. It does also block off a little bit of default, but this is more so for anyone who's planting on site here for heaven. And now let's move on to the B site. Attacking B site is quite difficult with Killjoy because the site is so narrow, but in general the swarms I like to use to take site, I first of all like to put my swarm just behind me here to make sure my team doesn't get flanked, and then you can either put your turret on top of this box here, and then you can peek off your turret when someone, let's say from this position, peeks you and try and get an easy kill. Or what you can do is place your turret right on top of this box here for post plant, and if people are peeking from heaven, you can just wait till your turret shoots, peek out and get an easy kill. But in terms of swarms, I always recommend swarming the back of this site here. It's so important I see so many people in lower ranks just leaving this corner here, and then you get killed because someone's hiding there. So you don't have to have a lineup, but just try and throw it the back of site here and pop your molly. That's really, really important, guys. Please try and do that. Also, you can throw your molly just in front of this box here. I know some people like to play on this box with a judge or a shorty, so that's quite a good molly. And you can also just line your crosshair up with this part of sight and try and do a jumping left click throw. Some people do like to post up here with an operator, for example, or an Odin. You can pop this and then your team can push through. You have your omen smokes here, maybe you have a jet that's dashing in, and you can take easy site control. In terms of molly lineups for the B site post plant, first of all, you can line yourself up in this corner here, and then you want to aim your crosshair just at the edge of this light here, and then just run and do a left click throw. This will land on default site and deny anyone trying to defuse the bomb. Even if they stand in this corner here, they still can't defuse, so it's perfect. But if you want to make it easy on yourself, you can literally just put yourself behind this box and trying to do a left click throw against this wall. It will always land on default and deny anyone trying to defuse the bomb. So you don't necessarily need a lineup for this part of the map, but it does help if you are looking for one. You can also throw a molly from heaven onto B site and deny the defuse. You don't need a lineup for this, just try and throw your Molotov against this part of the wall right here. And it will always land default, no matter what, so there you go. If you're rotating from, let's say, a site and they're defusing the bomb, just line yourself up with this wall here and then just do a simple running left click throw and it will always land on default for you. So that's pretty much it for Split on Killjoy. If you have enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.